Hi everyone! As you can see, I'm using my phone. This is your TCFu here, and today I want to show you something. That's why we're using the phone. My door is frozen. I know it is cold, eh? I tried to open the door to go out and burn my incense, and it doesn't work. I can open this one, but I cannot open this one. It's open. This is all ice. Actually, it's starting to melt a bit when the sun come out, but earlier it was like all ice, like these. You can like scrape it. That is crazy, huh? Wow. So what's the topic today? Besides telling you that it's super cold, I want to show you and also share a footage of me teaching inside the lineage. So a lot of people were like, oh, how do you teach, and like that. So I want to show you the exact footage, but because I have to protect everyone in the lineage, so I kind of stretch the screen and cover their faces and block out some stuff. But beside that, you guys get to enjoy the whole lesson, and it's on some theory that is a little bit more advanced. So if you don't understand, you can always ask in the comment section and I can explain to you, maybe, or maybe make a new video to explain that. But let's go. It is so cold.
無量天尊。
Okay, am I loud enough? Okay, everyone, good morning to you, your spiritual side, because you should be tanking already. So I'm going to wake you up. So today's lesson, we're going to talk about full work. We're going to talk about chusat. We're going to talk about what to do before the new year and all that stuff. So let's beef up your magic work and get going. So first of all, the most basic question, but also the most hard to answer question for a lot of people. What is the difference between a fu that is written in red ink versus black ink? So I'm not going to waste time to have you say it, so I'm going to say it. Okay, so in the 5 fu paper color, we have yellow, we have red, green, black, white. Only the yellow fu will be done in red. The other fu are all done in black ink. Okay, so that tells you something. Someone's mic keep having some weird echo. I think it's Team Phone. Huh? Anyway, let me continue. So, the fu. Okay? In black ink, imagine you're typing a letter, a text message, or leaving a note for someone. Okay? Usually, we write in black. Right? Maybe it's cultural thing or something, but it seems like it's kind of rude when you use red to write to a friend, or red pen, write to a teacher. Not sure people these days, but back then when I was in school, that was basically what I was told as well. Like if you write in red and you're not the teacher, it seems like you're like overpowering the teacher. Red is symbolized like the teacher marking you with power, with authority, like they can kick your ass. Black, you can like talk, but red is like, oh, you gotta correct yourself, like that. Well, in full work, it's very much like that as well. So when we use the red brush, that is a high authority. First of all, whose brush is it? It's not your brush. It's not your pen. It's your Josie's brush. Okay? Josie, the god that actually is like the local boss that that makes the call. Okay, so anything needs to be done, the Josie have to say, do it, and then the other people will do it. So you borrow Josie's brush, and you can use the black one to tell a message. This is what I want to be done. This is how it is like set up. This is what it means. This is my formation. Whatever. Anything you want to tell them, you use the black brush to tell them. Black ink. Okay? Relaying a message, right? Let them know. What if my message is like, please go here and do this for me? Yeah, they will get it. They will understand. Okay? There's no problem. Nothing's wrong with it. They are still going to do it. They understand what you mean. Black brush is to relay a message, to let them know of something. Okay, so why do we need red? Red brush is when urgency is there. When you want them to immediately give, do, execute something. Not just listen, but do it. Okay? Well, let me tell you a message. Tomorrow post the blog post out. Okay? Or I would say post the blog post to the lobby. I tell you this. Okay? So I write it in black. Then you're like, okay, I understand. I will do that later. No. But if I use red, you know it's immediately. You need to do it. It's not an option. It's not like you just wait and see, you know, when I'm going to tell you to execute. No, do it right now. I can use black brush to tell you, set a time. Let's post the blog post at 7 a.m. Then at 7 a.m. you will actually do it. I don't need to use the red brush for you to like do it, you know, take action, because the action is embedded in the food with the black text. So it works too. Okay? It works too. So don't be kind of stubborn and think, oh, I ran out of red ink. What to do? You can always go back to the black ink. It will work no matter what. Okay? Fool. It's a message. It's a ticket for the other side to understand what you want. Okay? You write the fool. This is like a kitchen ticket where they know what to cook for you. Right? You send this into the kitchen, they will know. Sometimes they might have like highlight or red or whatever to tell you this is like special, urgent, immediate. Okay? Well, that's basically when you use a red brush, like give, action, approve, authorize, right? Like that. When you have like that kind of command, you will use the red. Okay? So red brush and black brush, they both works. But red is more urgent. Red is to do, to take action, immediate, rushy, urgent, need to be done right now. Okay, no excuse, like that. Black brush can substitute the red. It doesn't mean that your food is not going to take action if you use black. Okay, so don't worry so much. It's more like the intention that matters. There is a misconception and misunderstanding out there. People think that the red ink food, they use a mineral called jusa, and this mineral is actually not red when you mix with water. It is red, powdery kind of look, but when you mix it, it's actually a mineral, so it doesn't really have much color. And people mix that with a flour made red. Okay, something from the flour. We call 花红粉. Okay, it's basically what they use to dye the eggs. Okay, for celebration purpose, they make the eggs red. So a lot of people try to make a sense out of the whole food thing, right? You know, Chinese, they want to go Western, right? So they say, oh, because of this ingredient in medicine, it has such and such and such purpose. That's why the food works. You're drinking the red whatever mineral right there, and it has the purpose of, like, it has the effect of helping you to calm yourself down. Okay, this is like a super funny thing out there. People actually believed it and see, oh yeah, that's why the talisman works when you're like having ghost problem. It makes you calm down that you don't see ghosts. Okay, so that's like a stupid thing that is out there for a long time already, and people actually kind of believe it because they bring out all the medicine and, you know, whatever nutrition and all that crap, and well, that's not the case. Okay, you want to make red food, you can use anything red. It's color. Okay, come on. Okay, back in the old days, you don't have Sharpies, right? In the old days, I mean, like back then, right? Then you take something like paint, dye, whatever, pigment, okay, and make your own red juice, and then you use it to write stuff. Nowadays, you have like watercolor, you have markers, you have whatever things, okay? Convenient, right? Yeah, you can use it. Why not? It's red. Don't be so silly. Back then, when I was in other sects, there was also a formula. This formula to make the red juice. It's so funny. The whole thing is actually a secret code. Okay? Secret code. But it's composed of Chinese herbal medicine. Okay? And the word of those herbal medicine, it means, like, it's translated to a message. Okay? First, they have Hong Wong. Okay? Hong Wong is something they use to like if you don't want the snake to come over, you spray this thing on the floor and the snake don't want to come. Okay? Well, why do you want that? Well, it basically translates to boost the yellow. The hidden message is boost your heart. To boost your confidence. That's the message. If you don't understand the message, it becomes like, oh, I really need to buy that herb, you know, like go to the shop and buy the herb, okay? Yeah. Another one is Bak Yuk, okay? Bak Yuk is like the code, it translates to the white medicine. White, D1, your intention. Intention as the medicine, right? You want to cure, what do you want to fix? It's all inside here. You don't know, you go and buy the Bak Yuk. That's what, like the bleeding, stop bleeding, that kind of herb, okay? That's what you use. Okay, and then we have Jusa, that's what we just say, the red, right? So, yeah, there's like basically a bunch of hidden message put into herbal medicine name. If you don't get it, you will actually go buy the herbal medicine and you think, oh, without like one of these ingredients, my food is not going to work. So funny. People believe that the food works because of the natural ingredient, you know, like minerals and all that crap, that compose of this and that, and when you mix it together, somehow it heals your ghost problem. No, it doesn't. Okay? It doesn't. You go outside and take all the rocks and grass and flower and whatever you want, okay? It doesn't deal with any ghost problem. So the thing is, a lot of Chinese are like, we like Western stuff, you know, like that. There's like an era where people are like so into Western medicine. Okay, they are so into those that they put those into the Chinese medicine culture, and then they put it into the Taoism stuff, and everything becomes so weird because they don't understand. Okay, but basically, a food works. Simple answer is a food works because you're talking to someone. Okay, you take the paper and you're talking to someone. Does someone understand what you're saying? I need help. Protect my house. Tape. This is my door. Okay, tape it there. Oh, now the God. No, this is the door. Stand here. Protect. How simple. Imagine one day you die and you become a god, okay? Like you become, let's say, a god that came to my house, okay? So I summon you over. Tin Ha, okay? Tin Ha, come over! And then I have this ticket. Stand here and guard, protect my door, right? Okay, so Tin Ha is gonna become the door god. Chick Fu, okay? Tin Ha, you come over. I take the food. Okay, this is the door. Okay? I label it. Tin Ha is like, oh, that's where I have to stand. Okay? I stand here, look out. Basically, that's what you're doing, right? You look at the ticket, you understand what it is. It's so simple. The gods don't look at your handwriting. Okay? These are DH elements. They do not translate to visible things by the pre-heaven beings. They read your ticket. Okay? Read your ticket. Imagine, do you guys remember CD-ROM? Maybe you're old enough. Okay, so you know CD, right? We have a CD-ROM. The CD-ROM reads your CD. So, some people think you take a CD and you take a Sharpie and then you write on top of it, Windows 11, genuine version. You write on it, okay? Using a marker. And then you put it into the CD-ROM and you say, hey, why is Windows not inside? That's not what it reads. What you write on top is for the human to read. Okay, just like this. Okay, what you write on here is for the human to read. Okay, so what is the thing that you put into the CD-ROM that actually works? Well, you put it in the computer and you use the computer and then you copy the files and burn it into the CD, and hell know how that works, right? The laser and whatever thing shit inside. And then boom, you got your thing inside the CD. That's how you burn it. Well, here you inject the data by using your intention, right? When you write the Fu, you have the intention of, oh, I want to do this, I want to fix this, I want to do this, right? Your intention. And then you as you write the parts, you say spells, right? The spells are like it embed the different codes to envelope your different intentions. You know, like brackets, right? They bracket and group your intentions, your message in different parts. For example, the Fu Tao, right? The top of the Fu. You bracket it with some spells, and the bracket like, oh, what god to come, or who to do this action. And then after tickling, you have some other bracket that says what is the property of the job, like how is it going to be executed, internal, external, so many codings, right? It's all right there. So while you say the spell, you have your intention, you're going to get the code down, it's going to burn into the Fu, okay? Like burning into CD. The gods read those data that you put in, not the Fu outside. So if you're like, I cannot write nice, you know, like my word looks like shit, it's fine. Okay? It's yourself reading it. More like it's for yourself. The Fu itself, whatever scribble you put on, is for yourself to read, not the God. The God reads what's inside. When your heart, your intention, everything here is good, the job will be done right. If you don't understand what you're doing, then the job will not be done right. Because you don't even know what to do. And then you start to use the Fu, right? I have had clients who bought the Fu, and it's like the client want to do the Fu. It's his own way, you know, like he bought the Fu and then he's like, I drink it. I was like, what? This Fu is for like carrying. It said on the website, it's like, but I feel like drinking it. I feel like, okay, so what do you want to do then? It's so funny, right? So I said, like, yeah, you gotta follow the instruction, because when I make the Fu, I put in the command. Like, imagine people inside, they know what I want them to do, not what you want them to do, okay? I make the Fu. I am the boss, okay? So I tell them what to do, and then, like, I say, okay, follow this person while he carries. And then somehow this guy, like, drink it, and they're like, what to do? We don't have file for this. Like, what are we supposed to do? And then they end up like standing there like, what the heck is going on? You're like, eh. And then you get that blue screen, like on the computer. Blue screen of death. I don't know what to do, You stand there. So, a fool. It's like that. Very simple, right? It's just a piece of paper with a message inside and outside. Outside, you got the fool that you write. Inside, the intention and what you want the God to do for you. If you have both, it's good to do. It's good to go. So you don't have to worry about my character look like, kindergarten writing or something. You don't have to worry about that. Okay? Even your fool look like scribble, it's still going to work because the data inside is the thing. Okay? If you don't know the inside, your fool is going to be useless. So that is the key. Okay? Okay. Next thing. Talking about chusat. So, chusat. Out the sat. Sat can be good or bad. Okay? S-A-A-T. Sat. Right? Sat is basically meaning some energy that is stuck inside and it creates resistance. Your tires, like your car tires, have pressure, right? That's sat inside. The air pressure inside is the sat. It's not coming out. It's not coming out. It's pushing. It creates pressure. That's sat. That's a form of good sat because it's creating pressure to help you, roll the wheel, and so you can keep going, driving. There are bad sat inside. For example, you have something built up inside your body, okay, and that thing is like clogging your system. That is a bad sat. Right? It's building up inside and not going, but it's like blocking the way. It's not the good kind of sat. Okay, this is the bad sat. When we trust sat, okay, we are talking about the good ones. Okay, from lunar first, you do your talisman with the altar, right? Your altar gets charged up by the celestial court. It get the payout. Okay, when you do a talisman, the God come over and give you whatever you need, and then basically those things keep building up from day 1 to day 15. On day 15, you talisman again, and you do the next ceremony. You do the chusat ceremony. Because why? Because in 15 days, your altar has accumulated this bunch of energy already. Now, it's time to use it. It's like you ate so much for 15 days. Now, I need to burn that energy off. Okay? So how are you going to do it? Well, you ate so much, you decided to burn your energy. I, today, decided to burn it by doing jumping jacks. Okay? I can do kung fu. I can do basketball. I can go swimming. I can do anything that burns my energy off. You see? Exercising, using up my energy. I can make video. Right? I can make YouTube video. It burns my energy, for sure. Right? Anything that burns my energy. Okay, so that means on the 15th to chusat is not really limited to just doing that ritual that I'm going to teach in a moment. It's about using your altar's power and then letting that power to be applied to other things. So let's say you open the altar, you talisman, right? You did the Mo Gao talisman spell. Now the God came and it's like, okay, we are here. What do you need us for? Well, let's say today we're gonna have an event. Like we're a temple, right? We have an event. Today we have like a soccer game right here. Okay? So how do we chusat with the soccer game? Oh, very simple. Every soccer player come over. You drink a fool, right? And the fool is gonna put the God into you. So Basically, the God from the altar goes into you, and you spend the energy, kicking, running, doing your game. You're exhausted, yeah. But you're also doing it with the God. The God is inside you. You are the God, right? You are doing chusat as well. You are helping your altar to exercise. Why not? Oh, let's say I want to do something more home style. So today I want to renovate my house. Okay, it's gonna spend a lot of energy doing that, right? So first of all, I go to the altar. I drink the full head. I got the full into my head. Okay, the full power, the God goes into me, right? Now I'm the God. I go renovate the whole day working. Lots of energy burns, right? Great. Your God is burning with you. If you understand what you're doing, right? God goes into me. I do something. I get exhausted. The God get exhausted, right? I used up the God's energy. Why not? That's chusat as well. The altar, your God, have charged up 15 days of power. Come on, use it on something, okay? Video game competition. Hey, let's get online and play COC together. Let's get to a battle. That is chusat as well. But it is not a chusat for the altar if you don't go to the altar and do whatever it takes to get that done. For example, you have to go to the altar, check fu, like do a changsan, mo gao changsan, right? And then you do a check fu. The fu has to be like red ink fu head, and you drink it. Now you ask the God to possess you, to go into you, and then now you use that power on your COC, on your game. That is chusat. That is, you're doing it with the God's power, right? That's chusat. It's not limited to just one way of doing chusat, because you understand the whole concept of what chusat is. It's not limited to just using the food. Okay, so you understand now about what is chusat. Chusat is simply using up the energy that is built up, right? Your altar, if you don't use the energy, what happened? Okay, let's say what happened if you keep building and you don't spend. Some people, actually a lot of people, like earning and keeping money, saving money. They don't like spending, like many of us will do. We like seeing the numbers grow. We don't like it shrink. But there's one thing that I always say these days. I comment on some people saying that they are so poor, they have only money left. Yeah, a lot of people are like that. You're so poor. You only have money in your eyes. Nothing else. You got money. Okay? Now you got COVID. You tell me what money can do for you. Buy you a life, right? Go Amazon, huh? Can I find my medicine? There's no medicine. You just stay home and distant away from people. Hope for the best. Right? Money can't buy you a lot of things, You keep the money, you don't have a lot of things. Like, for example, using the money to build your altar, right? You guys all know how much it costs. It's not little money. It's a lot of money to spend. But what if you don't have the altar? Then you don't have all the other things. Right? Keeping money, you lose things. You have money, you lose other things. You lose potentials. You lose the growth for your altar. You lose everything that you need the altar and tools and such to do. You don't have those things. And then when shit happens, you're like, oh, I'm not prepared. I don't have this, I don't have that. What to do? Why do you save up the money? That's the question. You save up the money, you lose a lot of things. So, just saving a lot of energy on your altar, you know what that's going to translate to? Well, think about it. The God gave you bullets. Okay, let's say bullets. From day 1 of the month. And then day 15, you don't even fire a shot. And then next month, you keep asking for more bullets. Well, eventually, after a few months, the god's like, well, you asked for so many bullets, but you're not using it. What are you trying to do here? Are you trying to like steal our bullets or whatever? Like something fishy is going on. Maybe it's time to just stop giving you until you use up. And then that is when your magic starts to not work. When you do heart spell, no one is going to respond to you. Because you are labeled like, hey, you got a lot of stuff before. You call for this, call for that, and you're not eating it. It's like you call the food, right? Imagine go to a restaurant and then you ask for so many food, but you're not eating it, and you keep wasting it. You know, that's what you're doing. And then the god's not going to respond to you anymore. And your magic will stop working. Because your altar is like ate too much and it's not using anything. Using the power, spending the power, chusat, is very important. You got to use the magic power, right? You don't use it, the god's gonna like take it away. Think about your body. Same thing. You don't use your body, you don't use your brain, you see they start to wear out. Very simple, right? Everyone knows that. You don't use your brain, you start to get stupid. You don't use the body starts to like get weaker and then weaker. That's basically what happens to a lot of people when they get older. They don't move, and then their body get weaker. And then when they need the body, like, oh, I need to reach up here, but somehow my leg just don't have power. Why? Well, because you don't exercise. Very simple, right? You gotta use it. Exercise. That's just basically what you're doing with your altar as well. Building an altar is hard, but keeping your altar healthy is even harder. Don't think that, oh, every day I pray, I burn incense, that's enough. That's not enough. You're building up, like you're giving food, you're building up the energy. But if you don't spend it, then that's a big problem. Okay? So before you actually learn the whole ceremony, the most basic thing you can do is on the 15th, plan some kind of event, something to do that you think is a good way to chusat. Then you go and do your Changsan with the Mo Gao Changsan spell, and then you check fu, and you check the fu head that is done in red paper, yellow paper, red ink. Okay? And you burn and drink the fu head, and now after you have got it, let God go inside you, you go and do whatever things, and then you come back and close the altar. Plan something, like I say, you know, like do a sport or clean the house or whatever. Spend your energy. Make yourself, burnt out. That is at least you're bringing the God to exercise its energy with you. Okay? A lot of you have like dogs and stuff, right? You see, like the dogs need to be walked every day, you know? They need to bring them to go poo-poo and things like that. Your God also needs you to walk the God, you know? Like, come over. Let's go running, you know? You need to bring the God to work. So you guys, at least before you know all that magic stuff, this is the so simple, right? Right fu head, open the altar, Changsan Chik Fu, and then do the stuff, chusat, with your God. Okay? So this is the most basic thing you should be doing. Every month, on the 15th, at least, do one time. Okay, so going into the chusat ceremony, this requires you to have the full book, which you should already have. If not, you'll get it later. I will send it to you. So anyway, there are a lot of fu in the fu book that's set. But do you understand what they are doing and such? That's the other question. So, number one, you get one fu called the Fong Fu. It's a square fu. Okay, square piece of fu. This square fu actually like it tells you something. It's a map or a plan telling the whole army of what to do. So first it calls the East Side Army. Like there are 5 armies, okay? Basically it means army, it means like the whole group of, the gods at your altar. You split them in 5 different departments. So 5 teams, okay? So the yeast team, okay, they go, and basically what you want the yeast team to go is to put in the energy, to chop, right? Put in the power. Put in the power, charge things up. Okay? That's what they're supposed to come and charge things up. Bless and power. And then you need the red, which is the south team, to go and to remove the evil. Okay? Take away, remove, right? Let's say this red thing here is evil. I am the red troop. I will come over and take those away, remove it. You see, I remove it, right? That's what I'm doing. Okay, so they go around your house, help you remove the evil crap. And then you have the white camp, which is the West Army, the West team. Okay, these people come and help you to do what your symbols and setup say. So basically, they give what you mark down. For example, like in your house, you draw like the 4E 5H. You draw the Taiga Faji. You draw this and that, right? These white people are going to come, and what they're doing is they look at those symbols that you have put down and fulfill them. Okay? Fulfill your request. So basically, the red guys come remove the ghost. The white guys come and look what note you have put on there. Like, oh, seal here. Oh, restrict entry. This, like, do this, right? They look at the symbols and fulfill everything. And then at the end, not at the end, the second last, you have the north, black camp. Okay, black camp. These people come and they capture the you and the guai away. It's like the cop. They come and capture the bad guys away. So the red people, they basically remove them away. Okay, and then the black guys come and they capture them away and take them into the prison. Where is the prison? Your altar. Your altar's ground department is the jail. It's the prison for these things. Your altar swallows all these things and then basically digest them, convert them into usable things. So just like your vacuum cleaner, right? When you vacuum, that's the red, removing the dirty stuff, right? And then you have to go back to the station, and the black camp come out and dump them into the garbage can or something like that, and capture them away and bag it up. Okay, that's basically what's happening. And then at the end, we have the center camp, the yellow camp. This camp is the one that is in charge of everything, commanding all the 4 other camps, giving instructions and such. So this fool have command for all 5 camps. When we burn this fool inside a house or at the door, okay, it's setting the whole layout, the whole plan for the god, and tell them, this is what we're going to do today to this house. So we burn this fool at the main entrance, and that is going to tell the gods what is going to happen later. Okay, then you have to deploy troops. Now the god only know about the plan. Nothing is being done. Okay, so we have 5 other fools. 4 green, 1 red. The red one is the center camp. Okay, so you have the 4 directions: the east, the west, the north, the south. These 4 fools are green. They are for burning at that location or facing that direction. You burn 1 fool. When you burn the fool, you're telling that camp, here is where you will stay. Here is where you will stay. And basically, when you burn the food at that location, you're telling them, this is the west side, is your place. This is the north side, that's where you stay. This is the east side, that's where you stay. And then when you burn the food, you're telling them these things. And then the troop will go there and gather up. Okay, now the troops are gathered up in the 4 direction, 4 area. Then there's 3 fu or 2 fu that you take with your hand and you sweep around. While you sweep around, what is actually happening is your fu. It's like telling the god to follow you around. And as the god follows you around, you're like touring around the house. At the same time, the god is looking, and the power is pushing forward, pushing all the evil crap to move out this way. At the same time, your god is like parading, like going around the house. So if there's any like evils or whatever, they will not want to be around. They will want to like kind of escape and go away, like that. So your god just walking around the house is already a form of chusat, because it burns their energy to go around with you like that, right? And as you do the sweeping, there will be other gods removing the evil, capturing the evil, and so on, as you do all that like full work. So after you're done, you take the 3 fu and you burn it into the hing and conclude that basically saying, okay, I'm done walking with you, and now all the bad stuff go back into the altar. Okay, so the 3 fu, you can say they will like capture the bad stuff. For example, look at this one. Let's say it has something on it that can suck the evil energy. So as I go like that and sweep around, okay, this sucks in the bad stuff, and then later I take this, go inward and burn the bottom and burn it into the hing. I'm releasing all the bad stuff into the altar. The altar will take it for me. They will imprison the stuff. Okay, so basically that's how you capture the ghost. What is ghost? Guai. And the yu, spirit. Okay, Guai, you can say they're like, we color code them. It's like black. Okay, yu is green. Okay, so what's so special about these things? Guai is anything, any spirit or energy that sucks the light, sucks the D1, right? Sucks the light, sucks up the potential, sucks up everything. So anything that sucks is not limited to just the ghost, as in like the spirit, the dead people, not like just that. It's also the ghost, as in like maybe someone is having their negative thoughts on you, like they are venting on you or something like that. Okay, that kind of negative thinking energy is also a form of ghost. Or someone always wants something from you, and inside their mind it keeps repeating. That is also the ghost. Okay, the young one, the negative soul, is a form of ghost. So it doesn't always have to be someone who died and passed away. It could be someone that had their intention on you, thinking negatively and so on, wanting things from you, and that can be something that's stuck at your house and clog up your house energy and make you very bad luck, which is like damaging your feng shui. Right? If someone keep cursing you at the back, those curses is like a ghost as well. It just stays around your house. When you work, it makes you tired. When you cook, it makes you cut your hand. When you try to think of things, it makes you go crazy. Isn't that a ghost? It sucks you away, right? Yeah. You, remember this word. You is a form of spirit. It's also energy. The most famous one is the fox demon. Okay, it's in a movie. The fox demon is so famous. Because the novel. So it portrays what the you is, but it's not actually like that only. Okay? Usually the you in the movie and the novel is like animal spirit. And they're good at distracting you, giving you weird ideas, making you think wrong, making you think weird, like pushing you to do weird things. Suddenly you want to smoke. Suddenly you want to get a tattoo, like that kind of thing, and like go weird. And then I want to look like a frog or something like that, yeah. Why do you want to look like a frog? Well, yeah, animal spirit, right? Duh. Okay. Like suddenly there's this guy who wants to become like a lizard, and you're like, why are you like that? Well, there's you on him, that's why. Okay, the you is like a lizard, you, and then you want to become like that because you got possessed already. Okay, that's one form of the you. You can be created. You energy can be created. It is created by when people fantasize, visualize, and then cook up a KJ or a drama inside their head. For example, some perverts are thinking of having sex with you, and then inside their head they cook up the whole movie, and then they are like doing their thing and so on. So when they do that, it creates what we call the D3 energy, right? The 靈氣. These things, when they are grouped up enough, they will become a U form of energy. They are like unprocessed and raw inspirational energy. When these things come to you, it will become like a cloud that swims around you. And then it makes you turn into something like that. Oh, but I don't really like that guy. I don't want to have sex with him. You won't, but you will be sexual. It will make you suddenly go sexual. You will want to watch porn. You will want to do this and that weird thing. Then you will have weird ideas about sex. And then something like that will happen. It's very common in the society because there are a lot of perverts. Especially people who are into drugs and such. They always have to go like this. Because why? Very simple. I was translating a scripture yesterday. It was just right there. So nice. Scripture of the Celestial Metic. And I believe that one and another one. But anyway. Why? Because these energy build up. They become the you. And then it first like an energy form, right? When these things become more dense and stay for a period of time, they become mature. When they get mature in their dimension, which we call the number 3 dimension, the D3, in their dimension, from energy, they will become a spirit. Like a real, thing, a real frog or whatever you want to, like a snake, a frog, anything. Okay, they become a real thing. And then that thing, what do animals want to do all the time? Reproduce, right? Reproduce. That's why they like sex a lot. When you got possessed by the you, and then you go and have sex with another person, that you can go inside the other person when you guys are like mixing each other up, and then that person is an other heart right there that you can eat onto it and then reproduce itself. And then what? The you likes to reproduce more, right? So this person wants to have sex with other people. That's why the people with the you, they don't like to have sex with one person. It's not like you have sex with your husband or wife. It's like, I want to just have sex. They're like that. I don't care who. Like, party is fine, no problem. Huh? They become like that. It's a you act, okay? It becomes like that. The you goes on you, it becomes like that. Now, you might be thinking, how can my thinking turn into an animal? Like, how? It just sounds so crazy, so absurd, right? It's like, how can your thinking create an animal? Okay, so let me ask you. You look at a puddle of sperm and you tell me how that become you today. Can you imagine? You cannot imagine, right? So how can you imagine? Right? Same thing. Spiritual beings are born when you use your thought power, your thinking power. It's energy right here. It's energy right here. Your heart, your here, it's that kind of energy. When they mix, it produces the spiritual things that is like not in this side, but that side. They are like troops that you created with your magic. Heart spell, boom. The light ball, remember? Light ball. When they are assigned something, they are mature, they become a person. It's not like a light ball anymore when they're doing things. The gods are like a ball of light. But when they are actually mature and doing things, they don't look like a ball of light. Okay, they are like a real being. They look like a person. So you see, it's like that. You energy can become a you spirit. And then they go around and hurt people. They can look very cartoon as well. Because in their world, it's like in the D6. They are very like, they can shift. They can change their look because of how they feel, how they think. The color changes, the look changes. It can look very cartoon, like not like here where like a fox must look like that. You know, it can look like a, it can look like the you know, the tiger on your cereal box. It can look like, you know, a chicken in the cartoon. It can look very cute. You know, sometimes. Doesn't mean that they don't kick your ass, okay? You is harmful. They will affect your thinking. They will screw up your thinking. They will make you think weird. Suddenly, you're like, yeah, suddenly I don't feel like, you know, I want to fight anymore. Or whatever, you know, things like that. So, yeah. You don't want to feel weird, you don't want to get weird, then think about it. Then you, it's around. When you just saw that fool, capture the you and the ghost. You see? You don't want looters to steal your luck. You don't want the annoying villain to like disturb your peace and then make you think weird. Well, capture them. Right? Go around, capture them. Capture them and put them into your altar and let your altar eat it up. That's why you have the God. God is here to deal with the ghost and the you for you, okay? Okay, so what if the you and the ghost is not dealt with? New thing. More devils. More is going to be born. More is blue in color. Anyway. Forget about my background. More is blue in the spiritual side when you see them. If you ever see them here, which I had, and I have seen people telling me they got haunted by this thing. It's well, true story. Okay, someone in a hotel, they have this guy had a chain of beads, and this guy's a Buddhist. So he went to a trip. He was wearing the bead, and in the middle of the night, he got like a spiritual kind of like possession. So he was like on the bed, but he cannot move suddenly, and then start to suffocate. And then the bead just fall apart itself, and like, you know, so in the movie, the bead falls apart, and he saw a person on top of him, and the person is like all blue, like this. But imagine, you know, the guy is like this suddenly, you know, you know, like that, and yeah. So the whole person is blue, and that guy was looking at him, not moving, and he cannot move. And then he was like getting so choked up and all that, and it the whole night of torture, right? And then forgot what happened, but later on he woke up, like he got up and then left, and later on he got sick and such like that. But anyway, that's the main thing, okay? The more want to take your life. More is very scary. More is That kind of shit likes to be like a con artist. They want to con your whole life away. They put you in a trap, into illusion. Like you believe, that's what actually happening in life, but actually it's not. It's actually another thing. Like, people who go to work and then they suddenly have a whole story of like, this person talked behind my back, this person loved this person, and this person have this story at the back. It's all like inside your head, it's like you brew it up. But it's like, when people ask you, how do you know? I just know. Must be. Like that, people are like that. It must be. According to my feeling, it must be more inside, huh? Yeah. You must know these kind of people if you work in the office. There's so many people like that. What happens if the more stays in the heart? It becomes the heart devil. And we all talked about heart devils a lot, right? So heart devils, the main goal of the heart devil is to con you, okay? Meaning to like scam you, scam your life away. So what they wanted you to do are things that rip away anything good, so that you can become poor. You can become on the like downside, the negative side, the bad side, the fucked up side. And the more is happy. They like seeing that. That makes them happy. Seeing you fuck up, you are stupid. So nice. That's what they want. So more is born if you don't treat the you and their guai, around. It can combine into this. It becomes a more inside your heart. It's very scary because it converts you into a more as well. And then you don't think so, but you're actually going around scamming people. You might see this kind of people in life. They always want to go around and then let me teach you what to do now, okay? I teach you. You should do this. You should do this. You should do this. These people are like that. They like suddenly like know it all, but they don't actually know anything. They keep going around and teach you. You should. Why is it, what gives you the authority and power to say that? I just know. Here, I just know. You should listen to me. They like to become so confident. It's like you lie so much, you even lie to yourself. You believe the lie. It becomes like that. More people are like that. A lot of people that got the more inside and become so strong, it take over their whole body, their whole character, their whole personality, and make them into this. More people become the con artist, the scammer. Like if I tell you to scam people, like, go to the call center and start scamming people for money, right? You don't feel right. Because inside your heart, you don't have a more yet. You're like, I don't want to do that. That's not right. It doesn't sound right to take money from the people like that. But, there are people who enjoy doing that. Like, they think there's no problem, Who cares about virtues in life, Who cares about morals? It doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care. It's my job. I just need more money, More will convert you into that kind of people. And then that's what you're going to be later on. You don't want the more in you, then, sweep away the you and the ghost, and the more is not going to be born. Okay, more also is born from the heart sometimes, because when you don't trust yourself enough, that can happen. Okay, so cleansing out your system is also a very important thing to do. So anyway, so we talk about the you, more, guai. I might as well take 1 minute or two to talk about the guai as well. Okay, the last one. The guai, it means weird. Guai, okay, weird. Not guai, it's guai. G-W-A-A-I, okay, guai. This translates to weird. And in the spiritual world, these things are like mud color. Okay, they're like dust and mud color. They look like shit. Literally. And they look like shit. They look like light color shit. Okay? And these things are often ugly. They look like those mutated aliens. Then melted looking ugly shit. And yeah, the ugly shit, right? And when you have guai on you, what is going to be like? What's going to happen to you? Well, you will like being stinky, dirty, messy, like weird, all that crap. Okay, and you love you will love secondhand. You will love stealing from the donation box. You'll love living in cardboards. I remember a disciple was like that. He was on drugs. You know, people love putting themselves into like a dumpster style kind of life, you know. You'll be like that because that's what guai is like. You know, guai like that stage of life, being garbage, being weird, being the end result product. You know, like everyone like to be, let's say, a flower. You know, when it's blossoming, you know, it looks good, it smells good, it attracts the bees over. You know, everything is good about it, right? It's life, but they are the opposite. They like things when they're like rotten, melting, decaying, and they like that kind of stage. And you will become like that. So suddenly when the guai is around, you feel your house will have rotten smell. Suddenly it feels like dead corpse. It feels like a little bit of sour, bitter, and rotten kind of smell. You can smell it. It's a spiritual smell. Okay, I smelled that when I was dealing with a case in Chicago in a hotel. When I was young, I went there with my ex-family, and the one of them is my maid, and she was like screaming out of the room, saying she saw a ghost. And when we walked toward that place, the whole hallway smells like that. It smells like some dead corpse, like something rotten in your fridge for a long time. But then after I dealt with the whole situation, the ghost is gone, the smell is gone. It's crazy. The smell is there when the guai is around. And when the guai is gone, it's gone. You? What does you smells like? You smells like forest. Damp. Wet. And sometimes you smell kind of like, smells like incense. That's why I have seen clients, this client was like, oh, it must be the gunyam following me. Why? Why do you think so? Oh, because I smell the incense. I was like, why do you think gunyam come and you have incense smell, okay? And they said like, I don't know, I just feel incense smell. Yeah, the you is around, okay? You are like, they like disguises. So what do you believe? Oh, I believe Jesus. Okay, no problem. I have Jesus. Okay, what do you believe? I believe in Buddha. Okay, I am Buddha. And suddenly they shape shift, right? So they can turn into anything you want to see. That's what the you is like. And humans are so stupid. They see something like that, then they're like, oh, that must be that. Right? They believe that the shape, the look. So when you is around, they are often like that. And they like using smell. Like incense, those whatever oil people burn, you know, like they have the smell that will trigger you to believe something. They will make you smell that. Sometimes there will be fake rice smell, and you believe that your mom came home to cook for you. Okay, so smell, scary shit, huh? Yeah. So basically, that's a little intro of the 4 main types of spirits that you don't want to have at home. And now you know how to detect them, right? By looking at the result of how like these things affected you, or by sensing, or by something looking, you know, you will kind of understand it might be one or a mix of these things around. Chasat, learning the whole ceremony using the fu, is using your god at the altar. Okay, split them into 5 armies and kick these things away, capture them back to the altar, and eat them up. You're like Pac-Man, you know, Pac-Man. They go around, broop, 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 and they eat up all the ghosts, and that's what you're doing. Okay, So every 15, you're like a Pac-Man going around eating ghosts. So your Josie eat ghost. Okay, your Josie eat the ghost and the you and all the spirit. They eat it by like containing it, and then when you do your spells and things every day, it grinds everything inside. It grinds them and powderize them, make them become nothing again, not harmful again, right? Like digest them. And then what do they become? They become the power of your altar. Your Josie gets stronger because you digest the stuff. So every month your altar gets stronger if you do this exercise, because you're basically getting your Josie out to swallow the ghost, and then in a few days you're gonna do stuff at the altar and grind it, and it becomes stronger, stronger. It builds muscle for your Josie. For everyone working at the altar, they become stronger. Okay? Okay. Let's go around the table and what you want to ask, what you want to say. Okay, so thanks for watching, and you have made your way to the end. That was one of my typical Zoom lecture. And if you have any question, feel free to comment below. Maybe I'll answer you. Maybe I will make a new video, something like that. But hope you like it. And feel free to share the video out. We will see you next time. Bye.